Well, we're live. Welcome to the shop, guys. It is Friday night. Chilling in the shop. We got some bandsaw boxes to make. Hang out, chill. Maybe figure out something to do with some of this wood we got laying around, you know. Let's get that planer out of there. But yeah, it's Friday night. I made it through the week. I'm gonna have to get a heater for this shop pretty soon, dude. Because it's starting to get chilly, guys. That's right, it's starting to get a little cold over here. We're live. It's happening, guys. Can I adjust this a little bit, dude? Does it have to be like that? Or can it tilt it that way a little more? That might be it for that direction, huh? Oh well. Okay. Yo, what's up? So, we have some stuff that we glued up yesterday. We also have this little box that we forgot to sand and treat yesterday when we were doing the other ones. So, there's that one. We have two small ones here. I don't know about you guys, man, but it's storming. It's storming up here. Damn, that's. I don't know what to do with that, but that's a stick. Yeah, it's definitely storming. We're supposed to get a lot of rain this weekend, dude. I got plenty of projects to keep me busy here in the shop, man, over the weekend. Hey, welcome everybody. Thanks for the thumbs up there, whoever that was. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's see, which one we got here? I think that's this one. Okay, yeah. That's gonna need to get sanded down to fit. But that'll be one of the little boxes we're doing today. This will be another one. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna glue up some cedar, I think. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow morning. Just kind of want to use the end of the night tonight to sort of prep for this weekend as far as the projects and stuff. You know what I mean? This is like a scrap offcut, but I don't know, man. I'm keeping it around for now because that looks pretty dope. Put it in the pile of cool looking stuff over there. Harry, what's up, man? Happy Friday, dude. I'm in California. I'm in Northern California in a town called Cobb. Right at Cobb Mountain. This one I got to sand down. Oh yeah, take the clamp off. It's a good week, dude. And I'm excited about the YouTube channel. I feel like it's going okay. I'm excited for this weekend. I got a lot of projects to do. And oh yeah, this one needs to get sanded down to fit as well. So we got this one, this little one. Also, Harry, I realized there's a section on my page called Community. So instead of having people send me stuff to my Facebook so I can check it out, like send me their work. Like I made it so that people that are subscribers can post in the community on my page here on Facebook or on YouTube, and then everybody in the community can check it out. So, you know, if you got a piece of work that you want to post up in the community section of my YouTube page, feel free, dude, because I like seeing other people's work. We'll try to get that community going, you know. I need to organize my shop a little better, dude. I'm kind of like a fucking hurricane in here, you know. Kind of like a hurricane in this shop. I'll clean it up tomorrow. It's just that during the week I don't get a lot of. Who's that? Is that Wiley? Willie? Wiley, what's up? Welcome. There it is. Might be time to get some new filters for the old Respirator. So I'm gonna go to the belt sander, dude, because there's a lot of like things that need to get squared away on these, and I can take you guys over there. Just a sec. You working on any projects this weekend, or are you doing another show? Taking you guys over to the belt sander station. Oh, almost dropped it. There we go. Yeah, I gotta do shop cleanup, dude. I try to like make myself do it at the end of every night, but I'll be honest, dude, I don't really do it very often, and I end up doing it on the weekends. That's a good fit. We got a good fit on that one. Whoa, buddy. Whoa. That's what happens when you start getting careless, guys. Make mistakes like that. I'm going to come back to the old bench view here. Take a break from that respirator for a second. So here we go. This one's got a nice tight fit. This will be a cool little piece. This one's got some nice grain across the front. Another cool little piece. Kind of similar shapes. Very similar shapes on these ones. I wasn't trying for that. I just kind of ended up doing it. And we have this little guy for tonight. We could also kind of wanted to make a little box out of this, like a tiny box, and then stabilize these and have these be on the top, just looking all gnarly or whatever. Maybe down the road for that one. We can get rid of this. This one's bullshit. Well, maybe not. Keep that one. I do have a bunch, well, not a bunch of it. I do have some more walnut. We could cut and glue up over there. I still have some decent chunks of madrone to make boxes with too. That madrone burl, if you guys remember that from a couple weeks ago. It's super beautiful wood, you know. This one's all weathered. It's got a lot of character, dude. These fissures and stuff. This would make a badass looking box, I think. Saving that one. I got a couple other chunks like this over here we can work with. But yeah. Anyways, so what I realized is that there's the community tab on my page, and we could be using that to like share our work and like talk about, everybody could share their work and talk about their projects and stuff there, and I think it would be pretty cool. Build a little community there. If you guys are into it, check out the community page. Post your work there. If you're a woodworker or a leatherworker, any kind of crafting or builder of any kind, just post your work there. We'll check it out, dude. All right, that's enough procrastinating the sanding, dude. I want to get to it. Welcome everybody to the shop Friday night, making some bandsaw boxes. Goal is to have these 3 completed tonight. Pretty easy. I'm gonna be running the sander, and it is not quiet, guys, so just a heads up. Pretty loud. Is it Suhar? Is that the name, Suhar? Hello and welcome. Welcome to the shop. Hang out for a while. Grab a beer, hang out. Hey, I see a bunch of people just joined. Welcome. We're making these little cool little jewelry box things tonight. We have 3. We have this kind, and then we have two of those kind, and we have one of these kind we're going to complete tonight. So if you want to hang out, grab a beer, chill in the shop. We're making stuff. I got to switch grits here, guys. I'm going to go up to 120 grit. Welcome, everybody, to this shop. If you haven't been here before, welcome. I stream every night. The past few weeks, I've been really stuck on making these bandsaw boxes, so I've made a whole bunch of these. Oh, doesn't it? It doesn't just let you into it or let you on it or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it looks like from the other end. I just know that on mine it has like community. It has like a little button that says community. And then I go in there and I can post stuff. And I change the settings in there to allow subscribers to post stuff. So I don't know how you guys would go about getting in there. Should be somewhere on my page that says community. Oh, I got you. I got you. It's in you have to click on yourself and then like view your channel, and there'll be a button right there that says your go to community. I think it says like your community or go to community or something like that. Yeah, what up, Elephant? The just switching grits out here. I'll get back to making these, but yeah, it would be cool to get that community popping, and then people could post their work in there. Yeah, 14 board foot sounds about right. I'm glad you asked. And what's up, Kevin? Welcome back. I'm glad you asked because I wanted to take a break from sanding. But yeah, I think it's about I think it's roughly the same, dude. 10 to 13, I think. My the guy I buy walnut from doesn't really, we don't really do it like that. We just I pick out my boards and then we kind of just like, hey, how much for these? And then kind of come to a consensus like that. I'm not sure. I feel like we're both getting a good deal, and that's kind of where I'm coming from with it. I think it's the same way, but yeah. So we got these boxes tonight, guys. Well, I need to go to. Oh, that looks fucking terrible, bro. I need to go over that. I'm gonna go back over this. Harry, you were in Texas? Texas, right? What's the common woods where you guys are from? Here, there's a lot of Northern California. We got a lot of redwood. There's madrone, which I think is the only Pacific Northwest is the only place that species of madrone grows. I see a lot of redwood, a lot of drone, a lot of pines, different kind of pines. There's a lot of walnut around, just because there's so many walnut orchards. A lot of trees up here, dude. A lot of trees, and I think I've just kind of given up on getting this thing to stay on my orbital sander, dude. I'll brainstorm a solution for that another time. We're going to go down to 180 grit. Should be this one. All right. Pretty sure that's the 180 there. Cottonwood, cedar. Ooh, black walnut. Is mesquite workable? I know they use it for barbecues and stuff. Hold on, guys. There's a bunch of signs going on from the neighborhood down the hill. We're going to take a quick gander, see what's going on out there. I don't know. I think they're doing some kind of display. That's all yeah, that's definitely some kind of display, maybe for the holidays. Maybe they work their way through the neighborhood. You guys can see that on the hill back there, huh? There's a bunch of just emergency vehicles over there rolling code or whatever. That's the neighborhood down there. Anyways, you guys want to meet the wife? She says no. Okay. That was a trip. Yeah, I think they're doing that just for like fun for the holidays or whatever. That's what it would seem like. That's cool. We just moved up here like in April, so we haven't spent a Christmas up here yet or whatever. That was cool. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was cool. So yeah, my wife definitely did not want to be on cam on the internet. You know what, dude? I need to get in here. I need to get back in there with the 180. With the 120, excuse me. That was fun. That's a cool thing. Where was that? Oh, right there. Harry, see if you can put them in the Cobb Mountain Woodworks community. Let me know if you can get them in there. I'll go look at them right now. All right, so that was a good quick fix. You know what I realized, guys, is I have not been wiping the dust off in between grits. And that's actually important to do so you don't just grind the previous dust into the wood and scratch it up. So I guess I'm going to start doing it now. I always forget that, dude. Let's just do all of it. Do all of it. Hi there, welcome. Welcome to the shop. Is my camera zoomed in, dude? What the heck? There we go. That was weird. That was weird, dude. Hey, welcome everybody that just walked in. Tonight we're making these 3 little bandsaw boxes in the shop here. We'll welcome to stick around, watch them get finished. If you guys are having a good time, hit that subscribe button. Help me out. I'm just wiping off the dust from that sand so that it doesn't grind into it on the next pass. Now it's time for 220, guys. Going up to 220 grit. it's time for everybody's favorite part of woodworking, oiling the wood, man. So I'm going to get all set up here to do so. We're going to oil these boxes down, so stay tuned, because epic grain reveal very soon. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the shop on Friday night. We are chilling like a villain. After a long week, dude. And I've been really liking this. I've been really liking this golden oak Danish oil on the walnut. I think it looks fantastic. And I didn't think it would. I didn't think it would look as nice as it ended up looking. So that's what we're going to go with on this one. I'm out of clean rags, so we're doing the old paper towel method. Why did it get all bright in here? What happened there? It's super bright on my camera. Dude, I forgot to put on gloves, buddy. I was in such a hurry. You got any other woodworkers in the chat? Any other kind of crafts people? That's nice. Very nice piece of walnut. Harry, you're a good woodworker. I've seen your work, dude. You're a good woodworker. Don't be too critical of yourself, man. You do really good stuff. I think that's like I think a lot of like craftspeople and artists and musicians too, because I'm also a musician, so I see it in that world where we judge ourselves way too harshly, dude. We are way too hard on ourselves. And nobody sees all the mistakes that we see. Yeah. Nobody sees the mistakes that we see, because we built it. We see the mistakes, everything we see, but other people don't see it. They see what they see and they like it or they don't, but they don't see, they weren't there for that whole process, and they didn't see that mistake that you fixed up or this or that, you know. But we tend to get really hard on ourselves. Artists, craftspeople, musicians, you know, creator types, I think, have a tendency to be really hard on themselves, dude. Judging their own work, you know. I know when I was playing music a lot, you know, there's a couple times where somebody was like, wow, that sounded really good. And I was like, I thought that's, you know, to myself, I was like, I thought that sounded like garbage. I heard all the mistakes I made, you know. I hit those couple notes out of key or whatever, and like they didn't hear it like that, dude. So that's something I think that's good to keep in mind, is that we're often way more critical of our work and ourselves than other people are. Because really, dude, other people don't give a shit. You know? They're in their world. They're doing their thing. They're thinking everybody's judging them. You know? That's my take on it anyways, that we're all, and I still do it. I'm still too hard on myself a lot of the time when it comes to, like, you know, making mistakes or this or that, but it's something we got to keep in mind and work on, you know? Yeah, you're a musician too, yeah. So you know what I'm saying, dude. It's like other people will be like, that sounded great, and you're like, that was not what I was trying to do, and it didn't sound good to you, but to the listener, it sounded fine, you know? Where does that come from, dude? You know, does that come from, like, perfectionism, or, you know, where does it come from? Self-doubt? You know, where's that over criticism of the self come from when it comes to creative types, dude? I will say, you know, that big 3-compartment bandsaw box that I built in here the other day, I like felt really stoked that I made that. I didn't feel like critical of myself on that one. I actually was like really, really stoked that I made that piece, you know? It felt good. Are they coming down another road here? I'm hearing the sirens out there. But you know, maybe that overpowering self-criticism and self-doubt that the creative types get is like part of what drives us to be, you know, to get better, to improve, to be good, you know? It's got to be part of it, you know? Because if you didn't have that internal critic, then you would think just like trash was good or whatever, you know, and you put it out. Oh, they're going by again, guys. I think they're on a different road. I'm going to take you guys out there. Can you hear them? Let's go out there and check it out. Oh yeah, they're like right down the road. I think it's like a Christmas thing. How long have you been out here?
5 minutes.
Oh, really?
I'm waiting for them to move.
This is my dog Tater, guys. He's a Great Pyrenees. So I guess all the like fire trucks and police and stuff get together and drive around in my neighborhood on the weekends or on the holiday. There's a bunch of them. He's a good dog. That's cool, dude. Oh, here they come. They're coming up the road. And Mahal, I was in the middle of the live stream, so this is like live going out. Dude, they're like going all the way down the road over there, down the hill. He's joining in. It's wild. Well, that was a cool little. That was a cool little thing they do, man. Oh, look, we can see them from the shop window. There they go. That's cool. Very cool, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there. That's cool, dude. You can hear my dog. He's still out there barking at him. So yeah, it looks like they just kind of wind their way all through this little neighborhood, dude. What a cool thing, man. I'm glad we moved up here to this little mountain town, dude. It's a very charming place. I guess we're gonna let those just sit for a few minutes, and we're gonna come back through and wipe them down once more with a fresh towel here. Just get the excess off. And those will be gifts. These 3 are going to be gifts. I've just been making gifts lately, dude. But how am I going to get all these out where they need to go? This is where I need the help of a Santa type character. I'm gonna put a coat of stain on my hammer, dude. It's been a while. Screw it. We're here. There we go. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wipe these down. Get any excess that's on them off. So, just because I found that if you don't go through and wipe them off afterwards, you'll end up with like splotchy patches of Danish oil on your thing. Well, I wasn't expecting to have a freaking Christmas parade on the stream tonight, dude. That was cool. Apparently there's a parade that goes down the road here in the winter. So real quick, I'll just show you guys what these look like, and then I'll cover them up, and I got some other projects to start on here. But yeah, so there's our little walnut box there. I like it. And we have this one. Oh, I forgot to put, as always, I forgot to put drawer pulls on these. I guess I'll do it. I can do it tomorrow. Or I could do it now. Or these ones could just not have drawer pulls, dude. And you can just open them like that. No, they need freaking drawer pulls, dude. What am I saying? I have this one. Dudes, I'm going to go ahead and glue drawer pulls on these with the over the top of the oil, and we'll see how they hold up. I'm going to go get rid of these rags real quick, though. Get right back. Okay. Drawer pulls. Drawer pulls, drawer pulls. I know I got a bunch sitting around here. That's a fine drawer pull there. Or should we do rocks? Oh, that's cool. That's a cool one, man. Yeah, so I don't think that's actually going to work on the wet. That's not going to work, dude. I'll have to come back through. Either do that later or just rock them without the pulls. Lesson learned, dude. Pay attention. It's okay. Let it go. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. So that may have been the first woodworking live stream to have a freaking parade in the middle of it. That was amazing. What was I rambling about before all that? Oh, yeah. Don't be too hard on yourself, guys. If you're a creator, you're some kind of crafts person, you're an artist, don't judge yourself too harshly, man. Don't judge your work too harshly. You know what I mean? As Harry put it, we are our own worst critic. Don't do that anymore, dude. Be good to yourself, man. Treat yourself like you would one of your friends, you know? Like if one of your friends showed you something that they made or a piece of music that they wrote, you wouldn't say, that's fucking terrible. Look at all the flaws in that. You wouldn't say that to your friend. You'd appreciate the thing they made, wouldn't you? So, like, don't do that to yourself. You know? Don't be hard on yourself. Okay, so the next little thing, now that I'm done rambling, is going to be dude, I think I'm going to keep this scrap right here. That could be something cool. Oh, dude, it could be a dish. Yeah, it could be a dish. If I cut the front and the back off of this, hollowed it out, glued the front and the back on, just like a bandsaw thing, it would be a little dish. Let's do it, man. That's a good spontaneous little project, dudes. Good excitement. I'm going to switch you guys over to the high-tech bandsaw view. God tech dudes. It's just a drawer in a box. Okay. Can we see the bandsaw? We can see the bandsaw. So what we're going to do here. Oh no, what have I done? What we're going to do here is make a little tray out of this scrap cutoff piece. After I try to get out whatever that is off my saw table. Huh. Well, maybe it's time for something a little rougher, dude. Maybe we want to use some. Maybe we want to use some paint thinner on it, dude. Let's get fucking explosive up in here. I'm not sure what that even is on there. Tell you the truth, guys. What did I set down on this, dude? I would have done that. Okay, so that wasn't the answer. Is that etched into it then? We'll sort that out later, guys. Safety equipment, dude. Get the safety stuff. All right, guys, we're going to try to turn this little scrap into a tray, into a small tray. I'm switching guys back to desk view or tabletop view. Little tray, I guess, dude. I don't know. It was a scrap. It was a cutoff from one of the bandsaw boxes, and now it can be a little tray. What do you think? I should sand the inside of this before I glue it. Where's the thing? Where's the round thing? That'll do. That will do. Oh, I can sand that on the thing. Wait a second. I think that might have been a little risky, but whatever. We'll use regular old wood glue for this one, some Tight Bond 3. And a little clamp. I don't know, man. It's better than just throwing it in the garbage. You know? Make a little something. Oh. Oh. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the shop. We're just screwing around now, dude. We made the bandsaw boxes. Now, turn a piece of scrap cut off wood into a little tiny tray, dude. I don't know why, but whatever. It's got to become something. It's either turn into a tray or throw it in the fire pit, so. Tray it is. That's a cute little tray. Just a little, I don't know what you would use that for. You can use it for whatever you want, dude. It's a little tray. Oh no, buddy. You need to move there. Right there is perfect. Yes. I saw some more people just joined. Welcome to the shop, guys. It is a Friday night. We're just screwing around. We made the boxes we were planning on making. Now we just made a little tray. We made a little tray from a scrap piece, dude. That's pretty cool. That's pretty decent. What else we got here in the scrap bin, dude? There's another one of these. Another one of these. We could make yet another tray, but I think I should save this. I don't know why, but I feel like I should. The scrap pile's looking pretty scrappy, actually, dude. This one's compromised. This one, it sucks this one's so compromised, dude, because it's a dope piece of wood with like a sick ass thing going through it all. You know what? Let's let's hit it with some CA glue. See if we can get it to stabilize, dude. Maybe we might be able to make something out of this. Oh yeah, it is thirsty. Holy smokes, dude. If we can get this stable, this would make such a dope bandsaw box, dude. It would be fucking next level. Alright, we'll see you. Actually, I'm gonna put some more in there. Oh, look, it's smoking, dude. Crazy. That's how it goes. Now let's give it a little freaking, give it a little blast of the sauce. Oh, wow, it ran all the way down there. This stuff instantly hardens super glue. I don't know if you ever messed with it before. It's called Accelerator or whatever. Professional adhesive activator. It hardens super glue instantly and causes it to like form up into these weird crystals and shit, but it's really cool. So, dude, we saturated the inside of this with CA glue, very thin CA glue, so it'll run around in there, do its thing. Hopefully lock up those fibers in there enough to stabilize this piece of wood, because I think that would make a sick bandsaw box, dude. Maybe even like that. Maybe even like this. Maybe even like that with the drawer here, with this gnarly old craziness up top and this on the side of the drawer. That would look sick. Or it could be like a monolith with a drawer cut out here. Either way, let's give it some time to harden off. We'll get back to that later, dude. What else we doing up in here, bud? I guess I could clamp some walnut napkin holders together. People seem to enjoy buying those, so. Where is it? Oh, you know what? That's right, dude. I've got this. I've got this piece of walnut right here. It's very, very, very sexy. And I want to cut it, glue it to itself. So it's like 1.5 almost. I want to cut this and glue it to itself and then make a bandsaw box out of it where it's got this like sapwood on top. So we just have to figure out which piece is the face piece, and I'm pretty sure this is the face piece right here, or that could be the face piece. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So what's gonna happen? It's gonna go together like that. So the side of it will look like that, which is dope. The back will look like that. And there's should that be the front, dude? Or should that be the front? That's the front. You're allowed to change your mind, guys. So that's the front. Get the glue in. Or you know what? Let's get this other one ready. Oh, that crack goes all the way through? Yeah, damn. Damn, dude. Oh, well. I got a little plan for those guys. sometimes I'll ask myself, like, hey, bud, why are you wearing earmuffs to glue, bro? And I don't really have a good answer for that. I see some people just came in. Welcome to the shop, dude. It's Friday night. Just chilling, making some stuff. I'm pulling this out for tomorrow to make a nice big walnut bandsaw box tomorrow. I have an idea for this one. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna glue these up too, but I think I might want to get my jointer set up tomorrow and run these through the jointer before I glue them up, because I have an idea for these guys. Or they could just be 5 small square little pocket boxes or whatever, but no. I have a plan for those guys. You know what? Let's line them up on the top, so that way we're losing as little of that white sapwood as possible. Torquing them, dude. Yeah. What's up out there? We got any heavy metal fans out there, dude? We got any fucking heavy metal listeners? Press 1 in the chat if you are a metalhead. Definitely a metalhead. I listen to all kind of music though, but metal was my first love when I was a youngster, dude. Back in the days of Sepultura, Slayer, shit like that. Yo, what up? Here's a metalhead too. Did you ever listen to Sepultura back in the day? They were fucking awesome, dude. Now they're still, I think Max Cavalera and maybe one of the other old guys are playing. They play together as Soulfly now. And I've seen them a couple times. I've seen Soulfly a couple times. And it's one of the best shows I've seen, dude. It is so heavy, dude. And they lean way more into that tribal stuff with the Soulfly. And, dude, it's heavy. I mean, it's heavy, dude. That's one of my favorite shows I've been to with Soulfly. And I've seen them a few times, man. My brother's wife was like messing people up in the mosh pit at Soulfly, dude. Savage. Okay, one more clip on there. This is what the side of this next box is going to look like. Not bad. Not a bad thing. We're going to put another clamp right there, bud. Dude, I remember when White Zombie came out in the 90s. I remember that. They definitely had their own sound. My mom told me she wants me to play White Zombie at her funeral, dude. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll play White Zombie at my mom's funeral, dude. That was her wish. Okay, I need to move that over a little bit. We are going to glue up this big block of walnut, dude. And tomorrow, we will turn it into an epic bandsaw box. I think I've torqued it pretty good, dude. I ain't coming out of there. That's gonna be a cool box, man. Yes, it is. What else we got, dude? What else we got going here? I guess I could start cutting out this I could cut out this madrone burl piece into a bandsaw box. I don't know though, dude. I think this is another one I want to hit it with the goo. Hit it with the goo and let it sit. All these fibers all bonded together so it doesn't want to crack and split anymore. But those cracks and splits will look very nice if we just work with them in our designs. Oh no, this one's pretty messed up deep inside there, dude. That's wild. That's wild how it does that. All right, we'll let this rest for a while too, with the other one there. Let that harden off. But it is time to start working my way through this stuff down here. So this one, I don't know what to do with because that big gnarly, this burl, this tree was struck by lightning, dude. That's where a lot of this shit's coming from. But like, I don't know what to do with this piece because that, you know, all this tearing and stuff definitely goes deep inside there. So like, there's not a lot I can do with this piece, man. I'm open to ideas. It could be a sculptural piece. We could work with it like that. We can set it aside, deal with it another time, but like, that's just something to keep in mind. What can that become? Here's another piece of the burl with the root on it, dude. I listed that other one on my Etsy for $1,000. That's about the price it's going to cost for me to want to get rid of it. Save this one. I guess we'll save these ones, dude. Oh, these boards that I was going to make the these boards that I was going to make the napkin holders out of, I might want to run through the planer. Thinking they're planer material, dude. And I can't do that right now. It's too late to be making that much noise. I've got these two pieces of incredible walnut, dude. They're each only about 1 inch thick. I'll show it to you right now. Look at the green on that, dude. And the figuring. That's going to look unreal when it gets sanded in oil. And then this one is even crazier. This one's like quilted, dude. Insanity, bro. So I grabbed those not knowing what I was going to do with these. I guess I could turn them into like a charcuterie board, but I don't know, man. I think this grain would look super nice on one of my boxes, like as a face on one of the boxes, you know. So working with that still. Oh yeah, and then this one, dude. Here's another one that's like quilted, burly. I know that doesn't look flat on the screen, but that's flat, dude. That's the figure of the wood. Fucking nuts, bro. So I got those pieces to work with to come up with an idea for. I've got a bunch of pine here to make some shelves with this weekend. And I have this stock that I can use to make those walnut napkin holders that people really liked, but I just got to go through the planer, dude. And I don't want to run a planer at 8:30 at night. I don't hate my neighbors. You know what I mean? Guys, if you're enjoying chilling at the shop, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. When I started the stream tonight, we were at 410 subscribers, so we're almost there. We're almost there, dude. And we're at 1,100 watch hours. So we need 4,000. We're a quarter of the way there on that. It's only been 6 weeks since we started this project, dude. So thank you for the support, everyone. We're going to get there, dude. We're going to get there. And I've really been enjoying doing the YouTube and meeting all the people. And I've met a lot of woodworkers, dude, which is cool. And honestly, to have like, you know, woodworkers that chill and hang out in my chat, dude, it makes me a little nervous. But it's also super cool, dude. And I think it makes me better at what I do to have you guys in here with me. Yeah. Oh, I got this little piece too that got to do something with this, dude. It's really small to work with, but it's a gnarly piece of madrone burl. Some cool grain and stuff in it. Alright, I can start cleaning up this fucking mess in here. Oh yeah, these could be... These could be boxes like that, right? I could take these. Ooh, I can make them even 3 high. Right? Make them 3 high. Cut the top off, cut the bottom off, cut the inside out, glue the top and bottom on, and then have like a wooden container that's that tall. What do you think? Or did it look better like that? Too high. Let's do one of each. Yeah, that's what we'll do, man. We'll get those glued up and prepped for tomorrow. I can sit there while we sort this next one out. Might be time to crack another glue. You know, something I've been hearing lately that kind of like doesn't really get on my nerves. I don't find it enjoyable to listen to or be a part of the conversation is when like people are like, especially people, you know, my age. I'm in my mid 40s. Lately I've been hearing people my age like, all right, Harry, good night, sir. Thank you for joining. Hearing people like kind of shit on the younger generations, you know? Oh, the younger generation's this. Oh, and you know, man, the kids are actually okay. It's just like this, another line to divide people on, you know? And the kids are okay. And if they're not, you know, if the upcoming generation is totally fucked, it's our fault. Because we are steering the ship for them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, first of all, I think they're okay. Second of all, if they're not okay, it's on us, man. We are the ones that raised them, steered the ship, you know? So I guess what I'm saying is, don't be a hater, dude. The younger generations are okay. They'll be okay. They're doing all right. I mean, it's a tough world, but they'll find their way. Oh, thanks, Kev. And there's still youngsters listening to metal, dude. Like, hope is not lost. There's still punk rock kids. There's still metal kids. You know, everything's okay. I could have done that different, that's for sure. We're going to use the big clamp on this one because we're running low. If anybody's wondering what to get me for Christmas, it's clamps. It's always clamps. It's just more clamps, dude. Shout out to the homie Jared who sees my stream and got me a couple clamps for Christmas. Thank you, bro. That's the homie, dude. And now to clamp this block. These are the clamps he got me for Christmas, these little ones. I love them, dude. These are perfect. These are perfect for what I do, which is non-stop just be making these little freaking boxes, dude. I just can't stop making these boxes. I love them. That is some clamp force, bro. Yeah. All right, so we got three decent blocks glued up for tomorrow. We've got this piece of madrone burl that we have attempted to stabilize a bunch of the cracks and stuff in it. Did you glue that cedar up, dude? Oh, then we have this walnut that I glued up. hopefully we'll be able to save that from the scrap pile. Dude, nice. Very cool, man. Hey, when you're done, so I found out there's a spot on my YouTube page called Community, and there's a setting that let me like make it so that subscribers can post there. So I did that, and so I was thinking that like people could post their work there, you know. I'll post my work, you guys post your work there, and that would be pretty cool. And then I could check out your stuff, you know. That would be dope. So if you check out the community section on my page, I don't know how to get there. I only know how to get there from my page, so I don't know how to get there from another page. But somewhere on my page, there's a button that says community. If you go there, you can post your work, and that would be sick, dude, to grow a little community where we share each other's work, give each other tips, stuff like that. That's kind of my thought about that. One thing I wasn't expecting when I started this channel 6 weeks, or when I started doing the woodworking on my channel 6 weeks ago, was that I would have craftsmen in here hanging out, dude. And that's like the coolest part about it. So I thought making a community where people could post their stuff would help like develop that, and it would be very cool, you know. But yeah, here's what we did. We did these tonight. I once again forgot to glue drawer pulls on, so maybe we'll do that tomorrow. But the wood came out real nice on this one. I keep forgetting to glue drawer pulls, man. Like, and catching myself. I need to like make a sign and put it up in here somewhere that says glue the drawer pulls on. Maybe you guys could just, you know, start yelling at me to put the drawer pulls on. I love that stripe on that one, dude. I wish I would have thought about it and put that on the face instead of the bottom. That's magnificent. So we did those two, and then we did this one. Just a little Laura Kampf. Right, is she a woodworker? I'll write that down, dude. There's a woodworker I follow. Her name's Leah. Is it Hoftelin or something like that? She's got like this gray hair that she always keeps in this crazy thing up here. And dude, her woodworking content is just, it's hilarious, dude. She's got such good energy. And she makes really cool stuff. I love watching her videos, dude. Makes me laugh, makes me feel good. Leah Hoftelin, something like that. She's amazing. I will check out this Laura Kampf, though. I do end up watching quite a bit of woodworking videos on YouTube. It's like mostly what I watch on YouTube. That and like fights or whatever. Well, guys, I'm gonna hit it, man. It's 8:47 here, so it's my Friday night. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna go crack. Oh, she's in Northern California. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna go crack a beer, guys, and I don't want to do that on the stream. That's my Friday. I'm gonna chill. I appreciate you all coming out. Let's try to get that community section going, guys, where you guys can post your work and we can hang out there, basically. yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night. We have a bunch of blocks to work with. Maybe tomorrow we'll get into shaping these gnarly things. I don't know. I need to build these shelves. I keep putting them off because they're not as fun. But I do need to build the shelves. Yep. All right, guys. Good night, and thank you, man. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.